Welcome, everybody. Gosh, it has been a while, and I truly miss being out here in nature. Truly miss hanging out with you all. Good morning. My name is Richard Tejeda. I am the founder and executive director of a nonprofit called Saved by Nature. Welcome to the first of 10 virtual photo walks in partnership with Virtual Photo Walks, and made possible by Santa Clara Valley Open Space Authority Urban Open Space Grant. Today, we are at Hellyer County Park in Santa Clara County in San Jose, California. And it's a beautiful little haven right here. It's considered an inner city park, and it's very important to the community. And today I'll be explaining why. Santa Cruz Mountains are over there, over that way, and the Diablo Range is behind me. And the Diablo Range is part of the coastal range. And but underneath that is Highway 101. And then behind us over here is the infamous Coyote Creek, Arroyo del Coyote, that was named by the De Anza expedition when they came and discovered this area in 1776. And so in the beginning, though, Coyote Creek was home to native people before becoming boundary during the Spanish land grants. And so anyhow, I'm just happy to be here this morning, happy to have you. And I'm also interested in having a spiritual connection today and less of a physical connection. We've all been through a tremendous amount of stress, and 2021 is a time for healing. Behind me is Cottonwood Lake. And so we'll be starting off with a walk around Cottonwood Lake, and then we'll be going along the riparian corridor to check out Coyote Creek, okay? Any questions? Let's start off.
Jeffrey is asking whether the water is fresh or brackish or salt.
So the lake behind me is fresh, and Coyote Creek itself is a 42-mile long creek, and it is a freshwater creek. But it eventually runs into Alviso, which is a brackish water, and then on into the San Francisco Bay, which is and then out to underneath the Golden Gate Bridge, and then out to the Pacific Ocean. And then Coyote Creek is fresh water. So that's a great question. There's anadromous fish. Well, not lots of them, but historically there have been salmon and trout in Coyote Creek. And so it's just a little gem. And so let's just go for a walk.
If you want to learn more about Richard, you can go to savedbynature.com. And he's got quite a story there about how nature did save him from a rather rough early upbringing. So the name is very apt.
This is Cottonwood Lake. And the interesting about this whole area is that, you know, if the park wasn't here, this would all be development. Along this park is Coyote Creek Parkway, which was a master plan in 1972 to make sure that we had some open space left so that it wasn't all developed. And so there is like a 26-mile trail that runs along, and this is just part of it. This park has been here probably since the 50s or 60s, 1950s or 60s. I was trying to find out how long it's been here, but I couldn't. And so with the research, and so basically, again, without these areas being here, this would have just been a neighborhood. And so there's a tremendous amount of wildlife that we'll be discussing that depends on this, as well as a bunch of different recreational opportunities such as biking and hiking and fishing and birding and all of those things. So we're going to go and take a look and see what we see going on along the lake. So there are some Canadian geese that are here. Here in San Jose, a lot of our geese have became residents. They no longer migrate back and forth to Canada. And then we're also looking at some different types of birds, like these beautiful little American coots here. I'll show you the guide that I use in case you're interested. See if I can.
Could do a 360 anytime you feel like it too.
Okay, let me see if I can't spotlight my. There it is. Okay, I want to see if I can pinch the zoom here. Let's see if we can just get some of these.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
And so, so the little ones with the white beak and the black heads that are all over the place right now for some reason, it's probably because it's a winter migration. Those are called American coots, and of course, you know, the Canadian geese You know, I carry a simple naturalist pocket guide with me, and it's let me just show it to you. This is the guide that I use here. It's called Local Birds of San Francisco Bay, and we can determine the different birds by looking at this here, at this guide. And so there's the American coot right here. I was going to show you that picture. Can you see that, John?
Yep.
Should I come closer?
Yeah, sure. Put it right up against the lens.
So there's the
Perfect.
American coot, and it says fall, winter, spring, 11 to 13 inches, black above, white below, large white patch on head against purple glossed forehead and nap. And they got ridiculously large feet for their size. Oh, there he is right there. Let's see if we can get a picture of it. See if we can get his little feet.
Oh, you can see it. Yes.
They have huge feet for their size, like body wise. Like, look at how he has to like pick them up. Like, it's like wearing flippers, literally. So, which makes sense, right? Little tiny birds, but there's just so many. They're just hanging out with the Canadian geese, like no problem, you know?
Jeffrey is asking, is it okay to feed them like breadcrumbs? And I could butt in and say, no, it's not good to feed any water bird breadcrumbs. It's better to get like frozen peas.
Yeah, so the thing with that is that there are a recommended type thing. So right here next to the sign, right here, Jeffrey, it says, keep the birds healthy and wild. Please don't feed the birds. And in school, you know, I always wondered why. And in school, I learned why. And it's because if you feed them bread, there's not enough nutrients in the bread to get them through wintering. So the nutrients and food that they eat allows them to stay warm. And if you feed them bread during the winter and they're not eating the food that they need, they can actually freeze to death. And so if you Google like, you know, like friendly foods to feed ducks, there's like weird stuff like grapes and I don't know, just some other things, but just Google it if you're going to do it. Make sure it's safe and stuff like that, and stay away from breads, although they love it. But don't we all? Okay, so let's go for a little bit of walk here. You know, just take in the scenes here. Like, you know, again, this is available for the community to come out and just have a you know, an escape away from the bustling city. You can ride your bike along Coyote Creek all the way into Morgan Hill. You can just take this loop on it with the stroller, or a lot of people come out here. Different ethnicities and different religious groups have different relationships with nature. Pretty interesting. Let me give you a little bit of a pan real quick. So the sun is out. Today is the first day, by the way, that we have had sun. And it is just gorgeous. So let me give you a pan. Behind the Diablo, the little hill there, there's actually snow on Mount Hamilton, but we can't see it from here. And up there, last time that we were here doing a show with John, we saw tule elk up on top of that hill using our spotting scope.
Oh, that was wonderful. I remember.
Yeah, I brought some tule elk props today if you guys are interested.
So is this a natural lake?
No, I believe it was probably a quarry. A lot of our lakes were quarries at one time. Rock quarries. And then we see this beautiful, see that greenery in the back? The line of greenery. What do you think that is? This line of greenery.
Are they oaks?
Yeah, it is oaks, overstory. That's the Coyote Creek riparian corridor, which we'll be going to in a second to learn more about, you know, that just beautiful habitat that there is. You know? So birds just flying around here on the ground, into the trees. It's a beautiful time. They're probably really happy that there's no rain. I think we're gonna get more rain, but we had a lot. I don't know about y'all, but it was just pouring for about a week straight. We so need it. And this, the lake is looking great. There's just hundreds of American coots this time of year, which I've never noticed before. And so it's pretty cool. little thing about Hellyer Park. In the winter, they get hundreds of American coots.
You know, it's interesting. One of the things I notice having, you know, that I used to live in Mountain View and looking at the hills, the fact that they're not bright green already shows you how dry a winter it's been.
Yes, and you are in for the best wildflower show this year ever. So that's going to be, I believe, in March, I believe. This beautiful little scene right here.
Jeffrey's asking how deep is the lake?
You know, last time I dumped a body in there.
I still haven't found it, eh?
No, okay, so I actually have the answer to that, Jeffrey. And the funny thing is that this is where I learned to fish back in the day. And I want to share this story because it's important for the inner city kids to hear this story. When I first came home, you know, I was a little knucklehead. I was really looking for positive things to do. And again, this is where I bought my annual fishing pass. Well, my mom did. Bought me an annual fish pass and a annual parking pass to county parks. And at one time, they used to stock this lake with rainbow trout and catfish. But because it's connected to Coyote Creek, they had to stop doing it because the rainbow trout were eating the endangered red-legged frog. Anyways, so this is you know, where I would come to fish, and I would actually blow up my raft with my little brother, and we would raft out to the middle while everybody was around the lake with their fishing poles, and we would go out to the middle and we would try to catch rainbow trout. We would actually, and it was honestly, you could step out of the raft and stand up in it.
No.
In the middle. So
Wow.
it's only maybe, there's probably deeper parts, but I want to say maybe 12 feet at the most. So it's not a deep lake at all. So maybe it wasn't a quarry then. Maybe it was just and if it was, maybe it filled in or something. Who knows? I have great memories of coming here, and this is what laid the seed for me to become a fisherman. This inner city park, because it was the closest park to my home where I could fish for rainbow trout. And so I have lots of pictures here of catfish and when I was younger, and rainbow trout, and it's just great little place, you know. And if it wasn't here, this would be a neighborhood. You know, just be seen homes and vehicles, and not all these people and all these animals. We have a birdhouse up here. Birdhouse, and over here we have just a bunch of vegetation just lining it. Looks like, yeah, it's a cattail, and we can tell it's cattail by the hot dogs on top. It's not tule. Looks like the lake drop. So we have some cattail, which is usually found in brackish areas, but it's also found in freshwater areas. And if you break open the, you know, the cattail, the hot dog looking thing, you know, our native people would make, you know, pancakes out of that, or you could, if you're not allergic, you could stuff a pillow and make a pillow out of it.
I insulated a vest with cattail fluff once.
No way.
Yep.
Cool. I love stuff like that.
So are you saying that some people are allergic to it?
Yeah, I've heard that some people will stuff their pillow and then wake up and their face is all red and they're like, oh I'm
dear.
allergic.
No, David, the vest was not itchy.
So this park is kind of dissected by a creek on one side, a road on the other, and then Highway 101. So when they wrote the master plan in 1972, they expected this park to be surrounded on all sides by homes, and they were pretty much for the most part right, except that land is protected over there now. So it's interesting to know that areas, unless they're protected, you know, will just disappear, and everything within them disappears as well. And so even a little park like this is a nice view from right here. Get a little closer. So this isn't, we've walked pretty much about halfway through the loop. And we're about on the whole other side now. Yeah, it's good, yeah. Stuff. They do have lots of cool recreational stuff here, like picnic areas, bathrooms, playgrounds. On the other side, they have a velodrome that I think's closed, closed at the moment. This morning when I got here, there was a fisherman. There's a lure hanging from the tree right there. Actually, that's funny. Somebody's fishing lure. Can you see it?
Better reach out and get it if it's
yes.
a good.
Wait, where'd it go?
You don't want anything getting tangled
What is
up
that?
in
A
that.
frog?
Looks like a
Yeah,
little.
looks like it.
What is this thing for? Jeez, I have no idea. What is that?
Oh, you got to do a bunch of one-arm pull-ups, my son. There you go.
What's this say?
Not on wood.
It's a
What is it?
piñata cord.
Oh, so people can hang up their piñatas?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We have a
Oh
big,
my goodness.
Spanish population
What a
here.
great idea.
I know. That is so cool.
Wow.
Environmental friendly too. You know, I've always been afraid that a branch was going to fall on somebody's head when we were playing. That's cool. There's a little redwood right here. The park's been here for a long time, so some of the trees, you know, are old, but I don't really see any, you know, big ones in the park itself. There's a nice oak. I love oaks. Last time we were here, there was this caterpillar everywhere. Interesting little knobs on this thing.
Yeah.
Nice coast live oak here. You still see all the puddles from the rain. I wonder if there's anything in it. Sometimes you find little springtails, little frogs.
What's it?
I'm really happy to be out. Oh, it's killdeer. Little killdeer. You might have a egg on the floor. I'll go investigate.
They're gonna try and lead you away.
Little killdeer. They have camouflage eggs and they just put them on the floor, so you got to be careful you don't step on them. There's an old mushroom. There's two killdeer. So they might have something going on around here. You see their white neck, they white and the black rings.
Yeah. You know, the trick is you walk near them with two people together, and then one sits down and the other walks away, and the killdeer thinks you've left and goes back to its nest.
No way.
They can't count.
They can't count.
They're really camouflage eggs, usually 2 to 3, and they're just on the floor, really camouflaged. And then if you're near them, the killdeer will act like its wing is, you know, like hurt, and it'll start, you know, like flopping away. And what's up, little guys? Lots of birds out right now. Just having a feast with all the worms, insects. Oh, little guy on the floor. Birds everywhere. Cute little guys. So fast. It's good. We're definitely gonna have an early spring on the floor here. Some acorns and stuff. This is just coast, just acorns everywhere. Just food. Look up here, red-shouldered hawk. Coming
Ooh,
back around. Let's see if I can zoom in.
Oh my, that's great.
Let me come over to it and see if we can get a better shot of it. Red shoulder hawk's cool.
we have them around here in North Carolina too.
Turkey vulture right above our head. It's a pretty big turkey vulture. People are working out and get a video of that. See, it's so important, you know, it's just so important to have this place. And that's what, oh, there he is.
Oh, can hear it.
Yeah, he's right above us. Another one.
He's mad.
There's two. Turkey vulture coming in hot.
Hello, everybody.
Hi. He's fast. He's gliding.
That's the vulture.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 foot wingspan. Nice. Nice full adult. So this is kind of like the overflow. I don't know if it goes into the creek from here. I don't like that it connects to the creek actually, because then you can't put no fish. Yeah, see, flows to bay, guys. So this is where, okay, so we have the pond, and that water's moving. You guys are right. Maybe that's why fish, these ducks are moving one way. So you can almost see it's like a river of water, huh?
Yeah.
So here's the lake, huge Cottonwood Lake, and all the water comes here, probably for gravity. And that little pump was just on. I just noticed it went off right now. And then it goes over this bridge. You can walk over the bridge. It comes into here, and then it goes into here. And then that should go into Coyote Creek and out to the bay. Yeah. Interesting.
Oh,
Yeah. Pretty cool. All right, so that was Cottonwood Lake. Really cool lake. See what this sign says.
so when the
Okay.
water level gets that high, it goes through there.
Yeah, it's like the overflow, which is really in effect right now. So here's the map I wanted to show you. Pinch to zoom real quick. We went around the lake and we're gonna walk along Coyote Creek, and then there's a whole another side of the park, group picnic sites and stuff. There's a disc golf course here as well, and there's 2 sides of the disc golf course, one off Coyote Road and one off Highway 101, 2 sides. So it's kind of dissected the park, but the disc golf course is really cool for those of you who like play disc golf and stuff. So now we're just gonna head over to the Coyote Creek trail. Fastest way, probably this way. There's a big fat airplane going by. That's the San Jose Airport flight path. We're probably 10 miles from downtown for the airport or something. So South San Jose, I grew up in South San Jose and didn't realize until I was older that I grew up a lot of environmental injustices. I grew up on the flight path of the airport. I grew up next to Highway 101, and all of these. And there was like the food desert, and there wasn't any parks. And so, interesting thing, because these places, these green spaces are important to have, because of those environmental injustices that happen on the east side and south side of San Jose. We got a bathroom. All right, so we're gonna take this trail down. Now we're entering the riparian corridor. The riparian corridor is all of the vegetation on the left and right side of a river or creek. There's an overstory Our oral story is made up of, western sycamores and black and Fremont cottonwoods. And then our understory is made up of things like elderberry, oaks, and willows. So the river is pretty brown at the moment.
Can hear
Because
that
it's
hawk again.
Oh yeah, shoot, thanks. It's always above my head, duh. He's up here somewhere. See if you can see him. Oh, there he is. Oh, I'm pinched.
Oh, wait, look.
Oh, you got him.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, you muted yourself.
I wonder if he was yelling at you.
Okay. So there's
Yep.
that.
You're back.
There's
That's
that
pretty
red-
good. You can see him. Well, there he's preening, and you can see all
Wow.
his feathers.
Wow.
Nice specimen.
Wildlife happens when you're not looking for it.
So that's the importance of that overstory. So that is like a cottonwood, it looks like, and it's really high up there. And then you see the understory underneath that, the greenery. So
Mhm.
we have this understory, and then you have the overstory. And overstory is just as important. And you can see it across the way: the overstory and the understory. And there's three. There's the overstory, understory, and then some other one. I can't remember right now. We see some of the, there's two hummingbirds.
No way.
Oh, I miss the hummingbirds there.
Nice red chest. There's one right there. Still right. There's one left. He's just flying over the
I
creek.
see it.
Oh, one's on my arm. Oh my God. Oh
Oh,
my gosh. He was on my arm. Oh my gosh. One was on my arm, I swear. And I tried to turn it, but I didn't want to scare it. He was on my arm right here. And it was all green and red. And then I tried to get him, and then it flew away. I hope that comes out.
so maybe an Anna's?
I think so. Beautiful. They're really active right now. There goes trash from the city, just from the gutters.
No, dear.
That's what happens to it. Oh, what's this? Look at this little guy. What are you doing, buddy?
Hmm.
Oh, he has a red head. See the red head?
I think we're missing it now.
Where'd he go? Yeah, he has a red head. I wonder if that's one of those ruby crown. Oh, there's the hummingbird. I might just, let me show you guys. Oh, look, he's by my feet. Look at his guts. Okay, hold on. Let me stop right here because there's a lot of cool stuff. I got somebody coming. I got to put my mask on. Okay, I'm going to show you the bird guide to show you some of those things we just saw. Real cool area.
You better stand out in front of the camera and wait for that thing to land on your arm again.
There you go.
Okay, people went by already. So what we saw was we saw the red-shouldered hawk, and it is 18 to 24 inches year-round. That's what we saw. And then, oh man, I'm so cool, guys. Come on, give it up. Ruby crown kinglet. What did I say? Ruby. I probably chopped it up, but
You were
I was
close enough.
You were close.
I was close. Look at the little red head. I've never seen one before. And then, or was it that one? The golden crown? No, I think it was this one. And then we saw what did you say?
Anna's?
Anna's. There's Anna's and there's Allen's. It's hard to say.
Yeah, the Allen has the rosy breast where the Anna's doesn't. It's green.
oh gosh, I saw a lot of, oh, it's right there. What am I talking about? I'm looking at it right now. Okay, so it's more green, but the other one had a really big red neck. And so I want to say Anna's. There could be two flying around here. I saw like 3 or 4, and they're just everywhere. It's right there right now. He's right there. Hummingbird. He's just flying around. So anyhow, those are the ones that we just seen. Pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Thanks. He's over there now. I like when the sun hits him.
Tatiana, were you talking about a blue jay? Because there's different kinds of blue jays out there. There's the scrub jay and the Stellar's jay.
Oh yeah.
The blue jay, like, is on the East Coast, is a different bird.
King
Yeah, let's see if we can find a. Here we have scrub jays here. So let's see if we can find a scrub jay. That's our goal. Let's find a scrub jay. Scrub jay.
They
So
used
the area.
Oops, sorry.
Go ahead. No,
They used to come around our yard in Mountain View and bury nuts, and then the squirrels would come around and dig them up.
So this area was actually designed for this experience right here. You see how we're like really close to it? You know, I'm right here on the trail. And then, so it was designed for this. They're going to be, I think they're doing less of this design because they don't want people to be this close to it, because there's no riparian, there's no buffer. But anyways, it's a great experience to be this close to a natural creek safely. There's just some more puddles and stuff. You never know what you'll find though. Find a salamander, find anything actually.
No, she says, oh yeah, it is blue jay she was talking about.
Those are, a mud puddle is a track trap. So you always look around a mud puddle for the tracks and things like that.
Oh yeah, let's see what we have. I got my track. Let's see if we see any here.
If you see a very fresh, great big bear track, you turn around and go the other way.
So I have ran into bobcat on this trail, and what happened was the bobcat was sitting on the trail, and so look at that. It's a junco, I believe. Little.
Jeffrey's asking about Spanish moss. There's other kinds of lichens that grow in the trees out in the west.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's a little, I think, junco. Lots of birds out. So cool. What else? Nice overstory here. Nice snags for, just, it's all necessary. Birds. Oh, we want a blue one.
It's nice to see part of San Jose that's not full of liquid amber trees.
I think that might have been did you hear that loud one? I think that one too. These are blue. These are going to be blue birds. They might be the scrub jay or Stellar's jay. There's 2 of them above my head. You hear them?
Yep.
Yeah, those are them. Those are the blue ones. Let's see. I can't tell if it's a scrub jay or Stellar's jay off of the call. There's 2 above my head. Let's see if I can. They're calling back and forth. Oh, there he is. There he is. Oh, there he is.
Saw it fly.
Flew this way, I believe.
Tatiana, earlier he said he thought it was around 68 degrees Fahrenheit.
Ah, there it is. Jumped up in that tree.
Which is pretty warm.
Running from me. There it is. Oh gosh, he flew in the tree. He's back there. So we're on to, and it looked like I don't want to say what it was, because I don't know. But I want to say scrub jay. So he ditched us. He was running from me. We'll probably see another. About the birds.
Actually, I just looked up on Google. It says that it's 50 degrees in San Jose.
What? Okay, well, I do have 3 layers on. So I did layer up. You know, I gotta, yeah, so
But that's still pretty nice.
it's the Saved by Nature sweater, you know, you gotta go to the website and get one. I was good. And then there's a nice bridge over here everybody uses and goes across, the pedestrian bridge.
Jeffrey, when you say those birds eat insects or greenery, which of those birds are you talking about? I mean, like the jays? They like nuts. They'll eat insects. They eat pretty much anything, don't they?
Yeah, insects, acorns. I love acorns. Look at this beautiful little like stand of western sycamore. And they're the ones that get the really big leaves that look like big leaf maple leaves. Let me see if I could find a decent size one. They're not. This one doesn't. It's not putting out the biggest leaf at all. It's small, but sometimes you go find them the size of your head.
Oh, nice.
Jeffrey, the last birds he was looking at on the thing was the hummingbirds. They like nectar, and when they're nesting, they catch insects too. Okay, why is this bridge totally caged?
Probably because there's just you know, kids and just kids.
Oh, they don't want anybody climbing off of the bridge.
Yeah, a lot of neighborhood kids. So that's what I was saying. As soon as you cross over, you get into the neighborhood. Over here, they put this really cool native plant garden in the spring. It puts out some beautiful wildflowers, but it's not spring right now. So, but anyhow, so we kind of just walked along, and then this is Coyote Road, what I was telling you about. So you have this beautiful, buffer zone on one side, and then it goes on into the neighborhoods. So that's Coyote Road and the neighborhood. So it's literally surrounded. But this trail goes for miles and miles and miles. And it was part of it's called the Coyote Creek Parkway. And it's just an amazing thing to have, or else again, we wouldn't have any of this stuff. There's some elderberry, right? Elderberry, it was probably planted there. And this is all actually a native garden. In the spring, all of these grasses turn into native flowers. And they start to propagate, which is pretty cool.
I was asking do you have a job in nature?
Do I have a job in nature? What do you mean? We also have 9 pre-recorded hikes. This year we're doing a month-long summer science project for the Boys and Girls Club, and we're also working with Youth Alliance, which are at Promise Youth, and we're taking them on 2 hikes and a backpacking trip in partnership with other organizations.
Nice. Very
so
nice.
So that's what our grant was for, and so that's pretty much what the year is going to consist of. And we were just really happy to be recognized.
We got to see geese and coots and vulture and hawks and hummingbirds and
all that stuff. And next time we'll have some stuff. If you have a chance to look at the schedule, John, I'm going to wrap up. Let me know so we can let them know the next experience. It's going to be pretty great.
check right here. Emma Farm Park.
That's the one we moved.
Okay. Coyote Ridge Open Space.
Yes. Is that March?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So unfortunately, we had to move to February, but we do have the March coming up. And the March is one that you don't want to miss because it is our annual wildflower hike. It only happens, it's on a closed private preserve, and it only happens, for a small window in time to have these wonderful wildflowers. And so I want to invite you to that. Thank you for joining us today at Hellyer County Park. I hope that you had a good time understanding that inner city parks are just as important as our national parks, as our, open space preserves and things, and our state park system. It's inner city. It provides biodiversity, but it also provides an opportunity for many types of recreation. So, yeah. Any questions before we take off?
Just want to thank you for
Anybody?
a great walk.
Go ahead.
Very
Thank
welcome.
you
Yeah, that's
so much
exactly
for having me
Thank
here.
you.
So welcome.
You have a good day there.
All right.
Okay. Bye-bye, everyone.
And the flute
Bye,
was
thank you.
lovely.
Have
Bye-bye.
a wonderful rest of your day, everybody.
Take good
Thank
care.
you.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Good to see you, Tatiana. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Everybody
Thanks,
made it.
John.
Zoe.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.